Happy Halloween, everybody. Happy Halloween, happy hump day, whatever it is that you're recognizing today. I hope everyone is enjoying your day and investing it in things, people, places that you love. And I hope that you're creating your custom fitted life that you love to live. So, welcome in for today's Power 50 broadcast. If you are catching this on a replay, I thank you for making that investment. And no matter if you're on live, I see some of you coming in now. If you're on with me live, welcome in. If you're catching me on the replay, again, thank you for that extra investment. And no matter how you're finding me, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever, Be Live community, please share this video out. I want to talk today about something that I think that a lot of women in particular struggle with, and that is comparing themselves to other people. And I'm a recovering comparer, so I can speak firsthand to the devastation that comparing yourselves to other people can cause. So that's the conversation that I want to have with you guys today on today's Power of 50 community broadcast. As you all know, as you may not know, I guess if you're coming in for the first time, the Power of 50 community is created specifically to educate, encourage, and empower women to walk powerfully into their purpose. Really being able to provide support and information for one another, both for younger women who aren't quite 50 yet, to help them see that there's light at the end of the tunnel. Ding-a-ding, what's going on? There's light at the end of the tunnel. There is power after the pain. You guys have heard me say that before. But then to also show women who are 50 and above that it's not too late. It's not too late for you to pursue your dreams. It's not too late for you to take that vacation. It's not too late for you to start that business. It's not too late for you to downsize, sell the family house, and move into a condo on the beach somewhere. If that's what you want your life to look like, it's not too late to create that. And that's what the Power of 50 community is about. Again, educating, encouraging, and empowering women, and really creating this circle of womanhood and wisdom. You know, I've shared with you guys since we started this journey together that there's a difference between knowledge and wisdom. So knowledge is education, it's knowing the information, it's having the facts. Wisdom is being able to put that knowledge into practice. Wisdom is an action word. So that's what the Power of 50 community is about. If you have not already joined the community, there are links attached to this broadcast where you are able to join the community. There's also a private Facebook group that is exclusively for women. The link to that is shared with the video as well. So welcome to the Power of 50 community. My name is Marci Batiste. I'm your ultimate power trainer, or ultimate power coach. America's #1 reality-based success recovery trainer. It's too much to say. So I'm here to help you disrupt your toxic thoughts and your self-sabotaging behaviors and give you the tools that you need to truly create the life that you love to live, that custom-fitted life that you love to live. So that's who I am. That's what I'm all about. Welcome to, whether you're joining in from the Ultimate Power team, or if you are part of the Power of 50 community, I welcome you. I'm glad you're here. The conversation, what's going on, Pamela? Conversation today is about comparison. And like I kind of led into in the intro, I used to compare myself to other women all the time. Guys do this too, so this is not exclusively and uniquely to the ladies, but I'm going to speak to you from a woman's perspective and talk about the devastation that caused within me. And I think that this is more common than a lot of us would like to realize, or that we would like to admit. How many times have you, been out somewhere? Let's say you're at the mall and you see a woman walk by and she's got a nice figure, and your thought is not just the admiration of her, but it all of a sudden goes from admiration of her to how you size up to that. I'm too fat, my butt's too big, my boobs are too small, whatever the case may be. I have, my hair is not right, and da da da. Like immediately we go from admiring another individual to instantly negative self-talking ourselves. They've got on a beautiful dress. It might be a floral print. I can't wear florals. I'm too fat for florals. It might have stripes to go crossways. I'm too fat for stripes. Might be bright colors. I'm too dark to wear bright colors. Might be whatever. We absorb that negative message through comparison instead of just saying and being able to walk and stand in who we are with all of our fears, flaws, and failures intact. You guys, that's what I'm all about. Like having the ability to love yourself beyond comparison with all your fears, flaws, and failures intact. You are not going to be perfect. You're not expected to be perfect. And I guarantee you that woman that you're comparing yourself to just turned the corner. She's comparing herself to another woman and she thinks there's something wrong with her. So as perfect as you think she is, that makes you less than perfect. She's experiencing the same thing with the next woman, feeling that woman's more perfect than her and less perfect than she is. And I think that social media has exacerbated this problem to monumental proportions because now we have access to so many more people. We have access to what we think are behind the scenes. We think that we're seeing who they really are. What I tell my clients is, don't compare your cover room scraps to somebody else's highlight reel. What you see on social media, 99.9% of the time, is what someone perceives to be their highlight reel. They're not putting the real raw on social media for you to see. Now, you will have those people that decide, oh, I'm going to put all my business out there, and they put some personal stuff they probably shouldn't post. Makes everybody feel uncomfortable. Am I right? But you get into it because they're having like this online beef or whatever with an ex or whatever the case may be. So there are some people that will do that, but 99.9% of what you see is what someone perceives to be their highlight reel. So even if their life is not really that amazing, they're going to show you the parts and the pieces that are amazing. And once they compile that and push that all together and you have it comprised and limited into a timeline, it just looks like one amazing thing after the other is happening. And in reality, in between those times, there's devastation going on. There's heartbreak going on. They don't feel good about themselves. Their relationship might not be what it is. And, I try to say, too, sometimes the harder people try and make it look like everything's amazing, the less likely it really is that amazing, especially with relationships, you guys. A lot of times, people will put that out there for their own self-assurance. It makes them feel better. It makes them feel more comfortable. It makes them feel more confident. But that's not the reality. The reality oftentimes is they feel very uncomfortable and very lacking in confidence. But comparison, because of what it does to us psychologically, is so damaging. It's so damaging. You could be going through something in your life that is actually really, really cool. It's something that's really great for you. It might be that you wrote your first book, right? Then you see me post something saying I've written 10. All of a sudden you feel less than about your accomplishments. Your accomplishment is still incredible. It is still amazing. It is still wonderful. It is still above and beyond what you thought maybe that you could do. You can't compare what somebody else has done to where you are in life. It's all about when you recognize versus instead of comparing yourself or what you don't have that this other person has, instead of applying comparison, it becomes a situation where you're like, you know what? If that person can do that and that's something that I want to do, what steps do I need to take within me to make it possible for me to achieve that goal? It's not about, because they're going to go on to the next goal. So you're not ever going to be even. You're not ever going to be exactly the same. You weren't sent here to be the same. You were sent here with a unique composite of DNA that says by right you are supposed to be different than everybody else on the planet, unless you're a twin. That's really the only ones that have the exact same DNA. That's it. You're supposed to be different. You're not supposed to be like everyone else. And so when you find yourself creating these lines of comparison and these areas to try and compete with someone else, what you're saying is that you don't want to be unique. You don't want to be yourself. You want to be who they are, what they've accomplished, have their life. There's a saying that you can't be friends with somebody who wants your life. And that's so true. And you know why that's true? That nothing to do with you. But you can't be friends with that person who wants your life because they're never going to be satisfied with the level of the friendship. They're not going to be into it for a genuine reason and purpose. They're not ever going to be able to support you on a authentic level because the relationship is not built on being authentic. It's not built on honesty. It's built on comparison. And comparison is just another word for judgment. Either they're judging you or they're judging themselves, but either way, that's not a foundation for a happy, healthy relationship of any sort. And like I said, I think that women, we tend to do this more. I don't know why, but we were talking in a mastermind a few weeks ago, and we were talking about how people shop for things, and we were talking about comparing products, right? And we're talking about the difference about how men and women shop, and how men are like, if I need to go buy underwear, I'm going to go to the store with the mindset that I need to get underwear. I'm going to look at what they have and I'm going to pick something. That's how men shop. A woman who needs underwear is probably going to message all of her friends like, hey girl, I need to go get some new panties and some new bras, and where do you guys shop at? What do they like? What's the prices like? Like, we're doing research on the front end about what all of our friends have on for underwear. Men don't do that. I remember when I was 386 pounds, and well, even now it's still hard for me, but I was 386 pounds, and that was when like Victoria's Secret was just coming out. She was like, Victoria's Secret was all the rage. Like, that was, if you didn't have Victoria's Secret underwear and bra and panty sets, then you really wasn't all that. Well, I'm 400 pounds. Victoria ain't got that damn many secrets, okay? She don't have many secrets to fit someone who's my size at the time. And even now, I have really large breasts, and so it's still, like, Victoria's Secret is not my store. It's not my store. Do I think that they have beautiful products? Absolutely. But I also know that I have to go get beautiful products somewhere else that fits my size. It fits my size. But I found myself feeling like I was less than a woman because my bra and panties 90% of the time at 386 pounds didn't match anyway. It was like whatever, like the old drawers and what, like, I didn't pay attention to that kind of stuff. I didn't need to. But I would constantly feel bad about myself because I would hear other people and friends having these conversations, and I would feel really left out. It would cause me to feel like literally less than a woman, like literally. Because I couldn't, no matter what I did, that couldn't be my story. It couldn't be that. And I wanted it more than anything. So when I lost the weight, I was thinking, oh, okay, well, I can shop in normal sections now and in normal stores now. So I'm going to go to Victoria's Secret. Victoria still ain't got secrets for me. Victoria still ain't got the secrets that I need Victoria to have. Like I said, because of the size and whatever, they don't provide the support that I need. So Victoria's Secret still isn't the secret for me to keep. I have to go somewhere else. But I no longer feel less than because I have to shop for my bras somewhere besides Victoria's Secret. I don't really even care. Maybe it's also Victoria's Secret's not like the thing now anyway, but again, women do it differently, you know, and so then you have that conversation, one like I'm just now sharing on a public forum, which is, I'm not really sure why I decided to be that transparent with y'all, but that's just who I am. But invariably, someone's gonna watch this and they're gonna be like, "Hey, LaDanya," they're gonna be like, you need to go to such and such a place because they measure you and they'll help you pick. And oh my God, the bras that I got from there are the best bras I've ever had." And da, 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 da. Invariably, that will happen. That's not ever gonna happen to a man. It's not ever gonna happen to a man. But that's what women do, is because we are so open about certain things like that, it just extends and opens up the door for more and more comparisons. And so then we find ourselves, if we don't fit into somebody else's shoebox, we somehow start feeling like we're less than, that we're not as important then, that our accomplishments don't matter if they're not the same as somebody else's. I have an amazing entrepreneurial group of women that I follow. They're all out there crushing it. They're doing amazing things. But at no time do I look at their amazing thing that they've got going on and feel like anything that I'm doing is less than. Because for what I'm doing, where I'm at in my space and in my circle and in my life and all this kind of stuff, the things that I'm doing are still better than anything I've ever done before. I can't compare that to what somebody else is doing. And likewise, I would hope that if they see me doing something that they perceive to be incredible and amazing, that it's not going to make them feel like they're less than. If anything, we can come together and say, "Hey, how did you accomplish that? How did you get on that program? How did you do your book? Who," you know, and so you bring together, and that's really, guys, when I talk about the power of 50, you reach this point where you're able to stop comparing yourself to other people. You reach this point where what somebody else is doing does not have impact on what you think about yourself. Comparison is deadly. Comparison will stop you. Comparison will stifle you. Comparison will convince you that you're not able. It will convince you that you are not worthy. It will convince you that somebody else is better than and you are somehow therefore less than, and that is just not the case. So my parting thought for today and today's life lesson is, stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop comparing your cut room scraps, your behind the scenes, with everybody else's highlight reel and front stage center. You're not comparing apples to apples. It's not the same thing. You're not ever going to be completely behind the veil of someone else's life. You're not ever going to walk their shoes. You're not ever going to live their experiences. You're not going to ever speak their truth. You're only going to do yours, and that's all you can do. And that's why you cannot compare your story, your experience, your life, your situation, your accomplishments with the accomplishments, life, and situations of someone else. So stop comparing. All right, that's the message for today, guys. Have an amazing day. Again, happy hump day and happy Halloween for those of you who are going out trick-or-treating. I see the timeline is full of cute kids in costumes, so it's a lot of fun to watch. So enjoy, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow with another life lesson from the Power of 50 community. Have an amazing night.